Hey, welcome back to this week's report brought to you by Roach's Guide Service. Opener 2020 was a blast. I got an opportunity to fish with my son. Even though we fished out in a snowstorm, the fishing was incredible. Caught a ton of fish. Just had a blast. You know, that classic jig and shiner bite like we're doing right now. With surface temps in the upper 40s, you know, we really had to slow it down a bit, you know, as far as how you're jigging, your jigging cadence. But other than that, the fish were on fire. You know, as far as how I'm fishing, it's pretty straightforward. You know, Mille Lacs is super clear, so I like to do a lot of pitching, or I'll keep my boat out into deeper water, I'll pitch up onto the rock and then work it down the break. You know, but how I'm jigging really changes with water temperature. You know, the surface temp right now, like I said, in the upper 40s. So what we're doing is throwing it out there, letting it hit the bottom, and then I'm raising it, letting it fall, and then I'm letting it sit on the bottom. That's really important. Now, as that surface temperature starts to rise, I'll speed up my cadence of jigging, you know, add more to it, less pauses, but for right now, just letting it sit on the bottom, lifting it up, letting it fall. There's one. Running at me. You gotta love it. You could feel the pressure, but he was like coming right at me. That's what the wallies are supposed to do, just smack it and run right at you. Classic jig and shiner thump. Look at that, right in the mouth, inhaled it. You know, it's interesting, even though the surface temps are only in the mid 40s, these fish are all done spawning. All the females are spawned out, all the males are spawned out. You know, the last few years with that later ice out, we've had a lot of spawning fish, and this year's been totally different. Fish are done spawning. That tells me this next little warm up into the weekend, into next week, you're going to be able to do a lot of different things to catch fish all over the lake because they're going to be on the move big time. Just can't get enough of it. After all winter of drilling holes, man, it's like opener to me, it's just like when I was a kid. You know, that was great to be able to fish with my son this year and see and experience, you know, his thoughts and emotions, especially when you're catching fish like this. It's just memories that hopefully he'll never forget. And it's just good to be back out here again with everything that's going on in the world right now. It's just fun to go out and catch some walleyes. Wow, it just never gets old. I tell you what, if this is any indication of how the bite's going to be the rest of the season on Mille Lacs Lake, we're in for a treat. It's going to be a fantastic season once again. Whaling on fish. It just never gets old. You know, a lot's going to change over the next few weeks, especially with these rapid warm-ups. You're going to see things just really ratchet up as far as the bite. How you're able to fish is going to change pretty rapidly. So stay tuned to Roach's Guide Service. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Follow our YouTube channel, Tony Roach Fishing. We'll keep you up to date all season long on what's going on Mille Lacs and the rest of the fishing world. So until next week, I'm Tony Roach, and we'll see you on the water.